Our Lady of Guadalupe was the apparition of Mary in the New World. And this was 500 years ago. And what happened, Juan Diego, how many have heard of Blessed Juan Diego? Okay. He was the catechumen. And during Lent, we have all the stages. And so he was on his way to Mass. And he wanted to take a shortcut. And so he went up the hill of the old temple of the goddess, the Nahuatl goddess. And when he got up to the top, he heard music. And then this woman appeared to him, a Nahuatl woman about this big, all dressed like a princess, and said, "Tell the bishop I want him to build a cathedral here, and that you've seen the Mother of God." And she said to him, "Yo soy tu madre, I am your mother." He went and waited after Mass, and they said, "What do you want?" He said, "I have to tell the bishop something." They said, "You want to tell to the bishop?" He said, "I have a message from heaven, from Our Lady." And they laughed at him, and they said, "We don't think he's going to talk to you. You're crazy, and you're not even Catholic yet." And so he waited and waited and wouldn't move. And the bishop said, "What is this with you?" He said, "I had Our Lady tell me to tell you to build a cathedral at Tepia." And the bishop said, "If Our Lady was to appear to anyone, I think she'd appear to me before you. You're not even baptized. Get out of here." And so he went home, but he took the long route around. And when he went back the next week for classes and Mass, taking the long route, she appeared in the middle of the road. And she said, "What happened?" He said, "If you're a goddess, you know what happened. They kicked me out." She says, "Okay, this is what I want you to do. I'm going to give you something, and it's in your cloak. Now just hold your cloak, and after Mass, tell them there's a gift from Our Lady." He says, "They're not going to listen to me because they say I'm not baptized." She said, "Just do what I tell you." So he went, and he knew now that whether he went over the hill or the long way, this woman was going to appear. And so he waited. They said, "The bishop told you to get out of here." He said, "I have a gift from Our Lady." And so they finally told the bishop, and the bishop was the best expert on what in the hemisphere? Growing roses. The bishop had in his courtyard the finest roses in the hemisphere, and this was in December, and they were all bare. And so he came before the bishop, he knelt down, opened his cloak, and all these different colored roses fell out. And the bishop was astounded. He said, "You can't get those roses anywhere." He said, "This is what the lady told me to give you." And the bishop said, "You have witnessed Our Lady."